Need to replace the power cord on your King KP130? Good news first, this is a detachable cord, part number 80461. It unplugs at both ends. No tools, no panels, nothing to unbolt. So why is this a whole video? Because the manual spends a full page of capital letters on this cord, and one of its rules is the opposite of what most people do. It says, never shut this stove down by unplugging it. The blowers keep running after the fire is out, and they are what carries the last of the heat away. We will do the swap, and then we will go through the 4 ways the manual tells you not to run this cord, because 3 of them are how cords die in the first place. Step 1, and this is the one people get wrong. Do not pull the cord to turn this stove off. Press power and walk away. The fire goes out, but the blowers keep running, and they run until the stove is cold. That cool down is not optional, and it is not quick. Pull the plug in the middle of it, and you have stranded a firebox worth of heat inside a stove with nothing moving air through it. So, power off, let it finish, let it go properly cold. Then, and only then, pull the plug at the wall end first, because that is the end with the live side on it. Step 2. Round the back, the cord plugs into the stove down low on the back panel, near the bottom, out toward one corner. If you are looking at the back of the stove, find the exhaust pipe first, then look at the far corner from it, down at the base. That is your socket. It is the same connector you would find on a desktop computer. Squeeze it and pull it straight out. There is no clip and no latch to release, so if it is not moving, you are pulling at an angle, not pulling hard enough. Step 3. Before the new one goes on, look at the old one, because it will usually tell you why it failed. Check the ground pin. That is the round one. If it is bent or shortened or gone, someone has forced this into a 2-slot outlet, and the manual is blunt about that. Check the jacket for a flat spot or a crush mark. That is furniture. And look at the metal inside both ends. If it is dark or pitted, or the plastic around it has gone brown, that connection has been running hot. Step 4, and this is the easy bit. The new cord goes in stove end first. Push it home until it stops. It should feel solid, not springy. Leave the wall end out for now. We are going to run the cord before we energize it. Step 5. Now run the cord, and here is where the manual gets specific. 4 rules, and they are all capital letters on the page. Do not run it underneath the heater. Do not run it in front of the heater. Do not run it over the heater. That is 3 ways of saying the same thing. This cord does not touch a hot stove, ever, on any side. 4th, do not run it through a walkway, and do not pinch it under furniture. Every one of those is a cord that gets replaced early. Give it a clean path that nobody stands on and nothing sits on. Step 6, the wall end. And the manual does not ask nicely here. A surge protector is required. It's not suggested, required. This stove has a control board in it, and a board is what a surge takes out first, into the surge protector, and the surge protector into a grounded 3-prong outlet. 110 to 120 volts, 60 hertz. The stove draws 3 amps and about 425 watts while the igniter is working. So it is not a big load, but it does want its own outlet and a real ground. Test it. 3 things. 1. Power it up and check the display lights. That is the whole electrical path proved in 1 step. 2. After it has run a while, put a hand on the plug at the wall. It should be cool. A warm plug means resistance where you do not want it. 3. Walk the cord's root 1 more time against those 4 rules. Not under, not in front, not over, not underfoot. Pass all of these, and this repair is finished. Still not right? Work it in this order. Can you use an extension cord or one of those little 3-prong to 2-prong adapters? No. The manual says, do not use an adapter plug and do not cut off the grounding pin, and it requires the surge protector on top of that. Stove is completely dead, and you are wondering whether it is even the cord? Swap the cord for a known good one before you go any further in. It is the cheapest test in the whole machine. But note what the manual says. If you suspect a malfunction, do not just yank the plug. Switch it off and call your dealer. And last, the one from the start. Never shut this stove down by pulling the cord. Press power and let the blowers finish. That is the easiest part on the whole stove to change and the hardest one to install carelessly. The cord itself is 80461. Everything else in this video was the manual telling you where to put it. Links are below. If this saved you a call out, subscribe, because there is one of these for every part on this machine.